Hey all, Nyenpi here. You guys are Nyenpi Nation, as always. Welcome to episode 20 of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc post-game. 20 double digits already. Can you believe it? Actually, I wonder if I should save here, because in the last episode, episode 19, we went through and we bought all of the events. Some of them still say new. I still need to probably look at them, but who cares? So this episode we will go through, I'll say we go through movies and sound, depending if we can get through them in enough time. We'll watch all the movies. This is a movie night, a special movie night. Episode 20. Get your popcorn, get your, I don't know, best heckles ready. Wear your finest, pink, sparkliest outfit. This isn't the Barbie movie. It's better. It's Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I don't know, movies. So let's watch the opening. Because we may as well watch everything, even though, actually, I've already watched the opening on this playthrough. I've kind of already said everything there is to say. There's Leon's death in use. It always looks laggy when it gets to Leon's thing, and also not Leon, Mondo's thing, and that little slow motion bit. But I guess it's because they only have a specific frame rate, and so when they bring the frame rate down, it's looks a little bit bad. But I will say for what they did. It doesn't look like it obviously shows its age, right? It's they only have two new things. Everything else is just reused sprites, like Mukuro here. Yeah, Mukuro's Kusaba. But it doesn't seem that it's not I don't look at this and I'm like, this is a bad intro. It's just that V3's is incredible. Danganronpa 2's even. I think 2 is better than V3. V3 is very, very, very stylish. And probably looking back at them I might change this opinion. But Danganronpa 2 is a perfect mix of this. It's this style intro, but with all new, not all new. They do kind of reuse the things back in the pre-trial bit, but it's pretty much all new, sprites, assets. They do have a little bit of Hajime running, and they do spoil Gundam's execution, obviously. Which was a big blow to me. Oh, not really. I wasn't oh no, Danganronpa? Gundam's dead. It means because he's dead. But I always had a hunch. It looked exactly like the execution things. But that was Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, the opening. Do I have to? Oh, it just ends. Okay. Punishment prologue 10 mark. Yeah, these are all going to be expensive, aren't they? The prologue execution, Jin Kirigiri. My mind was blown when I first realized that this was Jin. I was like, oh my god, because this is just I think this is a perfect start to Danganronpa. It's you're not really attached to any character. You don't know what the hell's going on, and you just see this guy pretty much kidnapped, possibly tortured by this cartoon bear. I love his movement here. And just bonk. Chapter rocket, very not graphic, but it's got its thing. Is that the classroom Mikado wakes up in? I don't know. It's quite decent modeling. I'll say yeah. It still looks 3D despite being, well, it is 3D, but you've got 2.5D elements. Love it. Is that are those the, no, is that the, I believe that's the moon in the corner when it's nighttime. I think there's a different sun. That one isn't the sun. And down he goes. There's definitely, I would say the 3D elements, apart from this chocolate is an interesting one, but I guess it's weird seeing all these things move differently. He looks like he's got a hunchback here. But in terms of 3D, it honestly, it kind of ruined it right a little bit at the end, but, oh, sorry. But 3D wise, that's probably one of the more not outlandish, but it tries a lot more. Considering this bit is 3D, but everything else is 2.5D. Leon has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Look at him go. Is it gonna have the? Oh, it might have the body discoveries. Actually, that's very interesting. I do like how his eyes move here. It's very. I love the gritty style. This is very indicative. Especially him grabbing out such a realistic hand. This was when it was actually serious. And sure, the later executions are still quite serious and very, serious execution, but they were very goofy. It's oh, you're a piano player, we're gonna hang you on this piano. This was very straightforward. You're a baseball pro, we're going to batter you with 1,000 baseballs. Your friends are gonna watch, and there's gonna be blood, right? That isn't like pink. Has there been pink blood in executions? Like, there's obviously pink blood in the rest of the game, but like, his blood in this was like, it's kind of like a red tint. I'm colorblind, so it doesn't really mean anything. But like, if I was like, he's dead. Like, he's gone by now. Like there's no way he's still making it up to this point. Yeah. The fact that he opened his eye, yeah, he gone. Yeah, that's like reddish blood. The whole thing is red, so. And I also like how this implies that everyone like was on the outside of the cage. It opened, they all just kind of walked forward 10 meters and stopped. I was like, oh, he really is dead. It must be the, yeah, they have the victims. Or the guy, spoilers, guys, for the whole game. I don't want to spoil it for you. The Cage of Death. This one is probably one of the more, I'd say this is a goofy one. Mondo has been found guilty. I do kind of like how, yeah, when Monokuma is walking towards, he's all white, and then when he drags him away, he turns black. Where did Mondo come from here? That is one of life's great mysteries. But love the pompadour. You can hear the maracas, very like, you know, tiger party carnivalesque, carnival. That's just goofy, like realistically. And the whole Mondo butter thing. It's iconic. Look, I'll tell you that. The Cage of Death. I always thought it was Motorcycle Death Cage, but I think that's what the track is called. The audio track. And then he just ejects. There he goes. And he just goes around and around. I mean, again, look. I'll say, yeah, that's a thing from the intro. It's again a very straightforward one. You're a biker gang leader. We're gonna make you ride a bike a lot. Like, you know, but then I do kind of, yeah, it's a very gritty style, like dark, kind of drab monotone at this point. How would he go? He got pulverized. Mondo butter. 2 times the fat. That was just like, yeah, wow. I remember like not entirely understanding it because I watched the sub, but that was look, it's a joke that everyone burns runs into the ground, but yeah, that is a good joke. Celeste's found good. Look, Celeste's punishment is an interesting one. When you think about it, it's very fitting. It's this execution is what Mikan's tries to be. It's one that's like basic at first glance, but like really makes you think. The rabbit on top is a very interesting one. I kind of never truly noticed the rabbit burning up the side. It goes. It's a slow thing. Does this one doesn't have the like the ba 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 kind of the like wow 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 kind of the, yeah, no. Makoto's and Kyoko's doesn't. Fire is very interesting here. Like I think it is a harpsichord, I think. Damn those thighs. I mean, what? Because you can see, I think it's a great execution, because you've got the whole thing of, this is how she wants to die. She wants to be so unique and gothic and everything. But Monokuma won't let her do that. So he just has her die by being hit by a car. And like, she's happy. Like, this is how she wants to go. Like, God, she's so... Huh? I want to pause and see what that says, but I can't. I'm gonna save you. The 2.5D aesthetic is great. I absolutely, it's so iconic, and it's very good here. Oh my God, accidents will happen. Oh, you got it, you got this. There you go. Yeah, one that seems confusing and basic from the start, but when you think about it, it's quite fitting for her character. You know, tries to put up that lasted way too long. kind of puts up this, you know, very appearance. Whoop. Like this was a massive shock. When he said like special guest, I genuinely didn't know who he was talking about. But like, I mean, to call this a punishment is interesting because it's just kind of, he is really, he's that buff Monokuma. That's funny. That bit goes hard. Bang. And somehow still alive. I think it's even worse when Alter Ego said like, ow, that tickles. Because it means like you can actually feel stuff. Well, like that's the thing, like, because you say like this, oh my god, ball Monokuma. You say it's like a representation of how like mad and fed up Monokuma is, but like he knows everything. Like he knew about Alter Ego from the start. Junko knew about it, and she was just like, yeah, I want to see what happens. Because it's funny. And like she wanted to feel despair or something. I don't know. Makoto Naegi. I'll do, yeah, Makoto's first. Whoosh. Boink. Makoto Naegi. Why does he look like he's wearing a suit? I'm not a particular fan of the execution music in this one because it's like a little bit different. I do like how there's two different ones. Because it's meant to be like a fake execution, like it's not an actual execution. And like, it's also meant to be just like a... That's very... So in Makoto's, he's being taught about the... Not guillotine, like the hydraulic press. Is that a hydraulic press? I also never noticed like the goblin thingies. Oh my god, it's like the intro. After school lesson. This bit goes hard. I mean, I will say, it's like terrifying. Like this would be terrifying. Like yes, and now he's learning about. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, it's all about the circle of life and reproduction, which is ironic because he's about to die. But like, the one thing that's more terrifying than like being killed is like right before being killed. Right. Like yes. Oh my god, Alter Ego. I thought you died. Like the one thing worse than like sure Leon is like, oh no, it's really bad, but like he got pummeled by base. Like it hurt, and then he died. Makoto was like, you have a full minute. You're slowly creeping towards your death. Huh? It's funny. You do kind of realize how like not little substance, but like how the original Danganronpa strays so far away from the original formula, which doesn't even make sense because it should be the original formula. But like, there's no like, when chapter 3 ends, there are no more murders. Like you've got a suicide, a framed thing, like a framed murder, and you know, and then just the end. And I had to watch this twice because the first one didn't count. But like, yeah, like even execution wise, like you only get 3 proper executions, not including Junko's, and then you get like this fake one that doesn't really count, and then you have Alter Egos, which is kind of a little bit of a letdown, because at least 2, Teruteru's was good, Pekka's was good, Mikan's was probably the worst, Gundam's was great, Chiaki's was great, AI Junko was fine. V3 knocked it out of the park with their executions. Gonta's was kind of weird, but like they were all great executions. It's just weird because it's like the first time that like you ever actually see so much emotion from Kyoko. Like this is very raw. Like she's like genuinely terrified here. Does she look back? Yeah, she does. Like, Alter Ego, you must be able to save her. Oh god, that's very violent. Alright, one more execution. Oops. I've got to go through all the Monokuma appears. That's great. Yeah, so Junko, she just holds hands with Monokuma and they walk off. And it's the white side because they're nice. I also love how her hair takes up more room than her torso and legs combined. Oh, I love this wave so much. And it's everything. It's the pop-up book aesthetic that just cherry on top here. It's everything combined. Such a weird thing, the ultimate punishment. And then it's got like the little text. Cage of Death. Somehow she survives. I love the la la la's. Oh, and a little crown and like the bunny. I don't know what the significance of the bunny is. I guess because of the original thing. And she looks up and dead. So much can be read into that little look up. Is it gonna do the thing with the button? It is. I guess this was part of the execution. Emergency override. And that was all of the executions. And we will continue this in the next episode.